Hey, it's Jade again. Hey. Oh, wait, I did like a southern voice, you didn't I? Hi, innkeeper. Hello. Been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week to be exact. And you already miss me? A little. A little. Cute. Got my hands on a job, all the way over in Daria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Or like something too good to be true. Not this time. Around the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll loosen my tongue. This job drained me of all my social energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. Alright, the southern voice specifically is just fucking up my nose. Okay, what can I get you? 1,000 wins could be an option. Oh, the classic spoken heart. Mixology. Spoken heart. Ding. Let's hope this suits your tastes. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my charm coming back to me. I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Fine, a deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Apparently that darn starfall damaged that barn and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains. Probably. Anyways, they got out right for their shearing appointment. And of course, farm needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors surrounding dairy at the moment. Seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle have been gone missing these last few weeks. Local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. And that someone being you? Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting instead of handling. Yeah, that was exactly the issue. You know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Let me guess. Twice stubborn as one-headed sheep? You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, the other one is always watching you. But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. I haven't fought hundreds, not thousands of beasts. Some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against. That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was, trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggle and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer. Oh? Yeah, very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral fin folk. Lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing gets their full attention. Got any guess on what that magical tool might be? I have nope. Hey, it's you.
Clovers! Mountain Dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for 'em.
Isn't that the... Wasn't that hanging off my ledge the other day?
'Cause you'll make 'em follow every single one of your commands. Someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper.
No, this is interesting. Do you two know each other? Barely.
Yeah, keep your secrets then. Oh, so mysterious, innkeeper.
I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there.
I expect you two to be best friends, honestly. Best friends?
I think you got that one wrong, Jade.
I'd never befriend someone like him. I have taste.
Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings.
Consider me sorry, Innkeep.
Apology accepted.
Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know I've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. After you finally made it, huh?
Indeed. You got the hang of it.
Then what are you waiting for? Your old rival's waiting for a drink. Preferably one that'll restore my energy. Old sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak.
Got ya.
Let's see what that old magic has to offer.
Don't worry. It might not look like it, but his drinks are actually really good.
I bet.
And I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Need energy, huh? Order. Let's see, can I do anything with infusions? Nah, it usually really do anything. I think I'm just gonna mix a straight drink for this. Alright, if we're looking for an order. Like a good old southern brawler. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a whole lot of this. Southern brawler. Seems concerned.
Oh, wow.
Impressed?
Ah, don't get cocky now.
You don't have to be shy. You just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jay told me you're retired now. Had enough of the adventuring business?
Absolutely. I won't have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes.
And yet you decided to help Jade.
Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep?
Not yet. Lucky you.
Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer. This was a one-time exception.
Did the farmer pay accordingly? After your morning dew clover's magic trick? Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid both of us. That's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. And I'm a Mahita. I don't have any use for stones like those.
And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches.
So we figured giving them to you instead. But I wouldn't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift. Oh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them. Thank you. Don't mention it.
Now we're done here. I can finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Didn't get this hook put in for nothing. Of course, also Kate's got to rip some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades.
That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade.
Are you challenging me to a duel?
Absolutely. Never loses to pay for the next round of drinks.
That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter. You'll come crying to me after I annihilate you.
You wish. Honestly, Una, be on guard.
Why? Scared I might lose?
I just know for a fact that Jade's not new to cheating. I've seen countless mercenaries lose against her.
Really think I'm that senile? This'll be an easy match, don't you worry.
Got enough of your monthly pension to pay for 2 drinks, Una? You're not gonna hear you both, right? You got cold feet? Keep dreaming. So, I like them. They're very cool. Hey, it's you. Ooh, big man.
Good day.
I have returned, innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. And welcome... This brave adventurer's name is Clay Moore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world. Yes, of course. The world, Mr. Clay.
You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay is alright with me. Otherwise it sounds so formal, like talking to one of those graph people.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is, then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met?
That would be a fun trade, right, Tia?
I think I would welcome it as well. And what can I get you? Clay, please, go ahead.
Oh my. You've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of those drinks with ingredients?
You look strong. Want something extra for those muscles.
That sounds nice. Let's go with that.
1 minute. I need a big, strong drink for a big, strong man. Some sailor's courage. Gotta keep it mixed up a little bit. Order up. Wait, didn't I? No. Try this. I think I might knock your socks off.
This tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called?
And don't worry, I'll remember it for you.
Thank you.
Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like? I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There is no such time. Alright, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. Can I mix in... Alright, she's a defensive one. I want to put in one of these. Divine gem. Just gonna think it's gonna be funny. A frosted lagoon. There we go. I'm actually gonna dump this one. This one's gone funky with the drink. No, not that one. Oh, that's why the divine gem has a negative, the crown. I didn't notice that. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something less diluted, but you're right. It's delicious. Happy to hear that.
We get to tell the story now.
Please, go ahead.
You think I should start with the seashells?
No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeep, I plan to start my investigation right here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia temple. So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbling ooze. Ah, yes, that was certainly something. Unfortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they have nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell, or should I say the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask.
I didn't know it had that many names. I just called it Kelpie Island.
Why?
Because it's shaped like one.
Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon.
Their portal is in the tree?
Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's quite beautiful, actually. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up between rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes.
Oh, I always thought those were art projects.
Common misconception. Sounds like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight.
For what?
If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes.
Do you participate in such practices?
Not at the moment.
I'm just not going to question that. Eventually I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement.
Do they understand your definition of strange?
After some explanation, they told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps. Just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. It also claimed to be a good sign, the promised adventure.
Seems like an understatement.
Majorly.
I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure.
Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It is a necessity of dire circumstances.
I had fun.
That makes 2 of us.
It certainly was a sign of something being awry. I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally, I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach, at a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon.
Or the humpback whale, I suppose?
What else would I be summoning?
I don't know, a personality? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input.
Are you out of your mind? The realm keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their powers could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design.
Right. Sorry, slipped my mind.
You are forgiven. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request.
That was me. Masters need any more seashells.
Did she?
I did, actually. Pairing dragonhead tritons and flimmering limpet shells connecting the dual aspect of the celestial twins. Therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable.
Obviously.
I hadn't managed to find a limpet shell, and one happened to be among his offerings.
I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she could do with more color.
You weren't wrong, in a way.
Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual. Singed Tia's hands, too.
Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities.
Fortunate indeed. Are you collecting seashells for beach decorating or your very own ritual clay?
I was collecting them for my friends. This time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells.
Do you encounter these creatures a lot?
I try to. They're very nice.
Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessings rest upon him.
Fantastic.
It is. Well, I'm not always sure they like talking to me. Then they disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it. I think I mean to hurt them. I hate when that happens.
You mean they just disappear like they were never there?
Yeah, like they moved to a different, quieter beach.
Or like they returned to the astral sea?
I feel like they would tell me if they went back home.
Not necessarily.
Many Astrian creatures can traverse the plains at will. They always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pulls them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when you weren't there or got pulled back where they had a chance to say goodbye.
So you're saying the sea swallowed them?
Not quite. It just beckoned them home. Through a celestial hug of sorts.
So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea.
Stop clicking that key. That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous.
It is? But I come from the primordial sea. My family's lived there for quite a while, I think. Must have gotten here somehow.
They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once. But for a long time it's been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers. In assessing it requires meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. I don't know what happened to you if you went in unprepared.
But the Frey on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either. They told me they haven't lived here for very long.
Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar travel's become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream plane. Even the astral primordial seas, not to mention running open to us again after all these years. A true miracle to witness in our lifetimes.
So the portals haven't always been there. I didn't know that. Who put them there?
Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You'll have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right. We're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, you told me about his fascinating friendship with the astral creatures. His ability to speak with animals if they share a language. So you asked him for help. Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but...
But you didn't have to.
Right. That, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay.
Anytime.
So I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well and appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them.
I mean, there was one star.
There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as a horizon tree. In its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. That sounds beautiful. It was, in a way. The star wasn't the thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was grey, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second we must fight this beast, for it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes. Like he wasn't seeing a monster, but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You knew what it needed, Clay?
Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared you get angry, and you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled, showed that I didn't mean any harm. I let my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust, but it picked the shell up gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze that was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hand against its cheek. I wanted to know it wasn't alone.
I'm sure it needed that.
It did. It was so sad it cried tears of golden dust.
Its tears turned to ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Threw a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, was to briefly transfer my magic onto Clay, allowing him to cure it of its disease. He kissed on the forehead and the ice burned away, freeing it of the endless chill. It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion. That's not usually possible. Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I really enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like.
Tia's support was very helpful.
I'd hope so.
Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs.
A creature on 2 legs. So humanoid then. We assume that whales don't care much about our appearances.
Cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently it swallowed some kind of stone. I remember its black and white color and that it tasted horrible. But I thought, I have a strong digestive thing. Nothing to worry about.
Rookie mistake.
The 2-legged monsters wouldn't stop attacking, so I fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. Felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part of being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry?
No, I'm the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline.
Where I come from, they call that repression.
Luckily, its anger subsided when it found its way back. It thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the highlands. We get a lot of snow in the winter. The kind of cold was describing sounded awful. Painful and inescapable. It was freezing from the inside out.
The potent frostbite I mentioned seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body.
It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squids, but that didn't help much. It kept getting more scared and angrier and colder. Even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star.
A star, a giant one at that, looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently it's one of the biggest ones the night sky had to offer, the East Star. It ate Pharos, the guiding star of the endless seas? It did, and it helped. Kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. As you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the actual sea's delicate balance of gravity. I can imagine that.
The whale was very confused with what had happened, but it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad.
To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. That just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe.
It was hurt and scared.
It should have endured, instead of hurting others.
It was alone. Didn't know all that would happen.
It didn't. I'm sure it tried its best. Its best wasn't good enough. The whale isn't responsible for the horrible things that were done to it. Celebrate that you were able to help it, instead of blaming it for its pain.
I think so too.
You also managed to free it of the star in its stomach? No, the frostbite may be gone, but the star is a part of it now. Become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. Probably the last one too, although the stars in the actual sea have been snuffed out. You'll never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn, that whale must forever live with its guilt nestling in its stomach. You're right. Some things are forever changed now. That's kind of the point of disasters. Perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. It'd be sad that most are gone, happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we have lost a night sky starry companion. They managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst situations lead you to light sometimes.
I like that. Never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on my way back ran into this traveling souvenir shop. I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them. I didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready.
It's very nice of you, right, Tia? I'm just that a hazard for fights could get caught in things. Sure, I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor.
He also found something for you at the souvenir shop.
That's...
Said it reminded her of your tavern. Now that I've seen it in person, I agree.
Now I'm curious. What is it? Hey, I love that. A little bit of stained glass. Ooh, it's a very pretty mosaic.
The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Suppose this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. Kind of like the rise of the sun hunchback whale.
Very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So, Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there to help you? I suppose I am.
You really are?
You are surprisingly competent. As one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it.
I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. That doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people.
Well said, Clay. A stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up.
Will do.
Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale, found out why the stars fell. You made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea. Oh, excuse me. We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all this.
An angry humanoid figure.
And that is who, exactly?
Well, you rule out you, me, and the innkeeper.
We can rule out you and me. Ouch. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break. Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. Must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity the likes of which we have never seen before. Don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is kind of how oblivions are around here. I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky? 0 times. I was asleep when it happened. And now that's over, there goes my chance of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower. Do not wish to witness such horrors. Yeah, some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weird over here did too. We all did at one time or another. I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos and back to balance. Everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out. Don't to give yourself an aneurysm over it. You just pick up a quest that worries you. Follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, end up retired like me. Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure. And, even then, someone's always going to save the world in the end. And that someone is going to be me. Oh, the youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me. I'm running dry. Anytime, Una. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one? You got it. I just gave her like a Frost Lagoon before, didn't I? Sailor's Courage. Drinks are served. Wait, Southern Brawl. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know. Well, wait with me. You've lost every argument against me. This drink is splendid. I'll give you that. See, one of these, your words will be washed away with flavor. Good or bad depends on the day. When your apathy borders on tragedy. And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, we don't build those statues for folks who are alive. Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me.
No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning their cards right now. Oh, God. Anyway, my purpose is winning their cards right now. Good luck with your delusions.
I apologize on her behalf. It's fine.
Tia, are you dying?
No, she was barely speaking in the hypothetical.
I'm not sure what that means. Doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little bit. My granny always says, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes.
I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say.
You think retirement is failure?
One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should.
I'm not sure if that's bleak or inspiring.
The latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. Never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library.
Granted, the Aperture's only been standing for a little over 2 decades, no? Its library can't be that vast.
Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored.
What are you considering?
We could ask everyone we come across so we find someone who knows something.
Good idea. That would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives.
Is that a book club?
An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maiden archives. The Gaian one, to be specific. Legend has there used to be one on each plane, even Twat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day thanks to their fearless archivists. But then they fell to an unknown foe. They've been lost to time ever since.
Well, I may just know a very old archivist who might be able to help you next time he's in here.
I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive?
Nope, not much of a librarian, unfortunately.
Disappointing.
Well, you could keep an eye out for it, right? You can ask all the scholarly people that pass through here.
Of course, I can do that.
Perhaps you could stop by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away.
You could ask her yourself.
I would rather not.
I'll take that terrible task off your hands then.
Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of all this, right?
I could do with a little more time.
Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, Innkeeper.
This is very short notice.
As are disasters, typically. Hence the vigilance. I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning.
Okay. In the meantime, you should rest.
Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do. People to help. Prayers to consult.
Moon was right. Good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I can even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa.
Fine, I'll take 1 or 2. They won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow.
Always nice to see burnout happening in real time.
Oh, don't worry. I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache. It looks like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well?
Yes, please. Good soup.
I'll bring some by tomorrow. You have any allergies?
No, thank you, Clay.
Anytime. And the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. I'll take some of those coupons too.
Wonderful.
Talking through everything really helped. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. Hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better.
Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. And that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
We all get angry sometimes. Not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. This makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about.
At least they're not scared of you.
Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is.
I'll try, Innkeep. Thank you. We find a way back to yourself, too.
Thank you, Clay. Me too. Hey, it's Skelly. Top of the evening to ya. Welcome to my tavern. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances. With whom do I have the pleasure today? No way, a speaking skeleton? I haven't seen one of those in a long while. Hello there. How could it be rude of me to leave out introductions? My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully. That one over there is my friend Jade. Ah, a fellow miner with more skin left. It isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. I'd like to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade. Scully, should he be named after a gemstone? As far as I'm aware, minor last names reference their bones, no? Correct. I remember what my poor bones are made out of. There's left quite a lot of gaps in this head of mine. Let me have a look. Looks like alabaster to me. Hard to say that a thorough analysis, though. Alabaster. That does sound familiar. Like an old name, perhaps? I'm not sure, but it's worth investigating. Thank you, Jade. Still, let us stick with Scully until we have more detailed information. I think we go now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. Wouldn't it be rude of us to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones? That is true. I've seen another miner since I woke up. Everything 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago. See, it's a match already. A shame if the two of you were to become friends. Anyways, see ya. That was quick. Indeed. I guess a woman her age knows what she wants. Hey, it's X. Good mythical morning. It's like 8 o'clock, dude. It's well past sunset, X. That might be true, but it's still morning somewhere, I know. You got it, but then I'm here to talk to you about primordial magic. Today we're going to celebrate my sister. Greetings, everyone. Come on in. Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully. Jade. You can call me X. This is Grace, my little sister. Yeah, I know. She's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast. Though some fire might be fun. No fireballs inside, Hexagon. If you insist, a fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She now calls herself an actual full-blown selenite witch. Yeah, it's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats. I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed. You're very sweet. Thank you. I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How had a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation? Hex already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I'd love to taste one of your creations, innkeeper. I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me? Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day. That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up. Coming right up. Alright, what can I do for a brainiac pick-me-up? Maybe 1,000. Nope. Let's go with the peak sunrise. That'd be good. Okay, to that, and then a whole lot of this. Peak sunrise. Man, this is delightful. See? Told ya. Definitely knows his craft. Hey, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Well, last time I checked, no. Do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell. Your drinks are really tasty. I could just go for another round of debating right now. Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Scully, X, what about you two? I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today. I would love refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days. At your service. Over a charming drink. We have a spoken heart. Like that. Did this. Finish it off with this. Order up. Here you go. A drink for the charming gentleman. Oh! What a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, theoretically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need... you and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once. Ah, let's talk about studying degrees brings back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. My life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise. Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber. I've read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously, they're all dead. All of them? Yes. The archives were destroyed ages ago. Mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have been lost with them. I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge. It would be my pleasure, but sadly, I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. In a few centuries that I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe that could help. A little, I believe. I've even woken up close by. Early memories of the skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They're surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steps or a poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into that lake once. I remember it as if it was yesterday. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Maida and archives do know the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course you have to protect that knowledge. It'd be a shame if someone... Anyways, I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? Oh? Sounds just like the gravel mark. Sharp rock next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice. On this plane, at least. Or else I would have heard of it. I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But think about all those hidden treasures. Knowledge left untouched for millennia. That sounds a little too ambitious, even for you. Fine. Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the gravel mac anyway. Oh, and you would? Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Jed enough secrets of the trade today already. Thank you for your reluctant service, Jade. What a lovely young lady. Should have made for a great archivist. And a grumpy one. I'm sure she's had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired. I'm absolutely sure of that. You should take care of yourself. You seem like the kind of person that does things very thoroughly. You should still try to relax for a few days. I agree. Getting your PhD is a major accomplishment. It's nothing, really. A lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality. Brokerbot, have a great stream. Hey, thank you very much. Have a great evening as well, Brokerbot. Scully's and my points still stand, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely. You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late. A splendid idea. What would expect from a witch like you? Yeah, it seems fair. Enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper. I will. Thier, practically. New quest, huh? Well, I think I have the stuff for the Maiden Archives now. The Maiden Archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos. The kind of Everbloom can hide the answers no one is quite ready for. Even the gravel mac hide long-lost treasures and terrifying bleak stalkers. The verdict is still out on their cuteness level. The fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the gravel mac, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. Raiders of the Lost Archives. The Lost Maiden Everbloom archives had to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the gravel mac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid. That wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish bleak stalkers. Let's hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting.